Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the sixth grade concept of real-world ratios and rates. This is 6.4b Readiness Practice, the intermediate version. If you are interested in exploring the 6.4b Readiness Practice for the proficient or advanced versions, or the Readiness Practice resource along with any other standard, you can find those by using the link in the video description. So we've got two different bakeries selling cupcakes, and we're wondering which one has the better value. All right, so Bakery A and Bakery B. All right, so what we have is 12 cupcakes for $18. Really what I want to do is I want to find out the dollars per cupcake. So that is going to be that ratio that I'm looking for. How much money is it going to cost me for one cupcake to give me that unit rate? So let's set up our ratios like that. Okay, so unit or Bakery A has got $18 for 12 cupcakes. Bakery B has got $24. So you can kind of reverse the order if that's going to help you. $24 for 18 cupcakes. All right, so I can simplify if I divide A by sixes, and that's going to get me $3 for 2 cupcakes. Okay, so $3 for 2, then if I divide that up, that's going to get me $1.50 per cupcake. Now I could divide these by, let's see, I can do sixes, right? And that's going to get me $4 and that's going to give me 3 cupcakes. Okay, so I need to divide up. And really what that's going to get me is $1 and then 0.33333 because that's 1 1/3. So that's going to be rounding to the nearest hundredths place, $1.33 per cupcake. All right, so the question is which bakery offers the better value, has the lower cost per cupcake? It is going to be Bakery B has my better value. They are 133 per cupcake as opposed to 150, but I had to find that unit rate to figure that out. For our second problem, we've got a car traveling 150 miles in 3 hours. And a lot of times when we look at the speedometer in our cars, we will actually get a rate. What we'll get is 150 miles in 3 hours. But what we'll do is we'll actually see it in mph. And that's miles per hour. So that's giving us that unit rate. So what is 150 divided by 3? So that's going to be 5. That's 15. Let's grab that 0. So 50, all right, that makes sense. So that's 50 miles an hour, 50, 100, 150. So at this rate, so there's my unit rate, how many miles will the car travel in 5 hours? So I'm going to take that 50 miles an hour, I'm going to multiply that by 5 hours, and what we're going to get is we're going to get 5 times 50 is 250 miles. So we find the unit rate and we multiply that by how many hours. We can get our total mileage, 250 miles. And we're going to use mi for miles rather than m because m typically means meters. Mi means miles. All right, Maria uses a ratio of 2 cups of flour. So let's put it m here. 2 cups of flour, I'll put 2F for 3 cups of sugar to bake cookies. And Jordan uses 4 cups of flour, 5 cups of sugar. Who has the sweeter cookie recipe? Okay, so let's do this. Let's figure out what each of these unit rates are. Okay, and honestly, we can look at these as decimals, right? So we can think of if I want to do a unit rate, I'm actually going to flip these upside down, right? Because they gave us this 2 cups of flour for every cup of sugar. This is what I want to do. I actually want to flip it because I want to know how much sugar there is. Let's write this down. How much sugar per 1 cup of flour? And the reason I'm asking that question is because sweeter has to do with how much sugar you have in there. So I'm going to take each of these and I'm going to flip it. I'm going to say I've got 3 cups of sugar for 2 cups of flour. Okay, so I want that unit rate. So I want to divide 3 by 2. So that's going to equal 1.5. 3 halves is 1.5 cups of sugar per flour, right? And I'm going to do the same thing over here, 5/4. Ultimately, I'm going to have to just divide that to get into a decimal to compare, right? And that's going to be 1 1/4. That's 1.25 cups of sugar per flour, right? I just turned my 5/4 into a decimal. So Maria actually has the sweeter cookie recipe because she's got 1.5 cups of sugar for every cup of flour, and Jordan only has 1.25 cups of sugar for every cup of flour. And so I'll say Maria has the sweeter recipe. That will be my answer. If you are interested in exploring the 6.4b readiness practice for the proficient or advanced version, or the readiness practice resource along with any other standard, you can find those by using the link in the video description.